Hello everybody, it's MrLEDiecast and we're back. We're very happy to be back from the Hot Wheels convention that we went to for a couple days. And in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Matchbox cars I found. As you would expect at a Hot Wheels convention, there was not a whole lot of Matchbox cars to choose from. And they had some really nice ones, but they tended to be a bit overpriced. And I don't mind paying what the cars are worth, but I also am not going to get all of the perfect condition ones that are $10 each. So what I'm after are some bargains, some to fill my collection, and I'll get a few that I really want and pay the higher prices for. So let's take a look. We've got, I'm going to move these guys off to the side here so they can have their time in the spotlight. We'll zoom in on this little, what's that, little piece of dust or something. So first off, let's take a look at this guy. This is a Formula One. This is a Lesney car. And I believe, although I could be wrong, I have not checked my price guide on these, but I think this was one of the crossover cars, if I remember. So it's a Lesney car, meaning Lesney is the company that made Matchbox cars. No, that's not right. Let's describe it right. Lesney is what the cars went by, Lesney Productions, before they changed them to the Super Fast series. And the Lesney cars, for the most part, look like this. They're the older versions with the all-steel axles. You can see this guy is much more like a Super Fast car. And I don't remember if this particular one was marketed under Superfast or if it came along right before Superfast, but it's in that era. I have one of these, but I restored it. I got one in pretty bad shape that the body was in good shape and restored it. But now I have one in pretty good shape. By the way, these are not cleaned yet. Usually I clean them before the video, but I wanted to show these. And this one has not been cleaned, so it's still a bit dirty. But it rolls just fantastic. He's in Formula One super shape. So, Formula One racer. We'll take a look at this Lesney since we looked at it briefly. This is the refrigerator truck. I do not have this one. I'll just scoot back a little bit. I don't have this one. Refrigeration unit up top. The door on the back does open. There you go. You can see inside. The door on the back is often missing on this one. I picked this one up for $2 and was more than happy to pick it up for $2. It's not in absolutely perfect shape by any means. It's been played with, but it's in pretty good shape. It still rolls just fine. That squeaking you're hearing is pretty common with these old Lesney cars. Again, the Lesney cars have the metal base. They're usually two bottom bases or up to two bottom bases, and then they have the steel axle wheels. So they don't have any suspension, so you tend to get that squeaky sound from them. But that one's pretty good shape. I don't have that one. Next up, very excited to find this guy. This is the Turbo Fury Roll-O-Matic. The Roll-O-Matics all had some sort of automated contraption. There weren't a lot of them. I want to say there was like 18 or 16 or 18 different Roll-O-Matics. I always forget the number. But this one, you can see those Turbo Fury turbos on the back turn, and there's a little pin right there that when it rolls around, it hits that little, you can see them in there. It hits that little contraption and it turns it. Pretty nifty little toys. Again, not cleaned. Once this guy is cleaned up, he'll be in almost perfect condition. This one, it's very common to find this one with a lot of dings right around here on the front because there's really nothing to protect it. So if it's been played with pretty heavily, this one gets dinged up. It also gets scratched here, here, and here for when it's rolling on the ground. It gets chewed up pretty easily. I see a lot of these, but I don't see many in good shape. I paid $2 for this one. Again, it's got the suspension on it, so it's in pretty good shape. It still bounces. Ematic Turbo Fury. Here's one of the favorites. This one is the Flying Bug. I think this is, yeah, number 11. Number 11 Flying Bug. The numbers on the Matchbox cars are how they were organized in the cases. And there was, oh, I forget, I think 72. Is that right? 72? And then they would swap out cars at certain numbers. So a totally different system than what you might be used to with Hot Wheels. This guy, the Flying Bug, this guy's got this little crazy little German dude in it. It's got his little turbo bugs. Again, this one tends to have its back wing really trashed. The stickers, and those are stickers, not tampos. The stickers on these originals are very hard to find in good shape because if they got wet or if you played with them in the dirt or anything, the stickers were the first to go. This one in pretty good shape. I have two others of these in about this good a shape. I don't have any in mint, and again, this guy needs to be cleaned up. And once he's cleaned up, he'll look a little better. But yeah, found this guy. Picked this one up for $1. So very happy to have that. Let's go to this one. This was probably my favorite find of the convention for the Matchbox cars. I'm going to get a little bit lower for this one. And this one is your Citron. Number 51, Citron. It's got the opening doors that work. The other side works too. Super fast model. I'll show you there on the bottom. There's that super fast. Metal bodies. You can see back wheel's a little tweaked on this one, but it's in pretty good shape otherwise. I don't often see this one. This one's pretty rare, and I only paid $1 for it. So even though it's got a little bit of a tweaked wheel, it's not going to show on my shelf, and that one will look very nice on the collection shelf. This guy is nothing special. I just like these little Land Rovers. This one is probably from the 1990s, I'm guessing. Haven't looked it up yet, but it's not an older model. You can tell by those wheels. The actual casting is one of the older, well, no, it's not. It's one of the super fast castings, I believe. But they made a lot of these, and a lot of these were sold with trailer sets. Probably this one as well, although I don't know. I've got about 10 of these in different colors. But pick this guy up for $1. Not an old super fast. Here's another one. Very happy to finally have one of these. You would think I would have some, but it is a Koopa. What is Koopa Foopa? Koopa. It's the Koopa, one of the most iconic of the super fast cars, very much in vein with the super fast, that big angular bodies that you see on the super fast so much, very much kind of in the old what do they call that, satellite art form, the big angular kind of Sputnik-y type art form. Yeah, I have a few of these, I guess, but they're totally trashed. Usually the windshields on these are the first to go. They're pretty unprotected and pretty big. Also, when they roll, they really scrape up the windshield and the front part of this. This guy in pretty good shape. So finally have one good enough for the collection. Here's this one's got laser wheels, and this is a Corvette. Does it give me? It's the 87 Corvette. This one with laser wheels. If you're not used to Matchbox, they sold these laser wheels. There was not many of them. I want to say there was maybe 12, 16 of them with laser wheels. And they did not have them very often. And this one in very good shape. It is not a super fast car. These were probably in the 90s, if I remember right. See, it's got an 83 name on it. But I think that was for the original casting. This is not an 83. It's the laser wheels that make this one special. So, this guy I don't know much about. And so if anybody really has any information, it's a Volkswagen 1600. There were two of these. I've not ever seen this. It's obviously a Lesney car. But I believe, and if you look at the bottom, I want to say this was one of the crossover cars, but I don't really remember. It says it's See if I can get that. It's Matchbox series number 67, Volkswagen 160 or 1600 TL. It's made in England, so it's an older one. It's got the patent number on the bottom by Lesney, but it's got some strange wheels on it. Those don't look to me like the normal Lesney wheels. So either this was one of the crossover cars or it was even older than, say, this guy. So somebody that knows, let me know. It's really got some big old thick axles on it. And that just does not look like the normal base. The door's open. Like I said, there was two of them. This was the one in better shape. And this one's going in my Lesney collection. But I don't know much about it. I haven't researched it yet. So I will let you know if there's anything special about it. We got ourselves this Bronco. This is a field car. So a little field car. I thought I had one of these. I don't. I might have sold one. I swear I had one, but it's not on my shelf. And this little field car is in great shape. For $1, you can see it is one of the it's super fast, but I believe that's one of the crossover cars or the in-between cars because it doesn't have the super fast logo on it. So that came out kind of in the first series of super fast, I believe. Then this guy, and if that looked bigger, it is because well, here you go. It is bigger. Different scale. Don't see many of these. That's a Super King. And this is a Street King. Sorry. Or is that a Speed King? Speed King. I thought it was a Super King. Super Kings were the trucks. This is a Street King. I don't see many of these. This is only the second one we have. And the other one's pretty well trashed. But opening doors. It's a supersized Matchbox. It's got the suspension. Very nice car. Was very excited to find this one, and I got it for $2. So real happy to get it. It's got its stickers still on it, or at least most of them. I don't know if it had a top sticker or not. Hard to find these with the stickers. So, and this is a, I'll show you the bottom. It's a Cougar Dragster. There you go. Cougar Dragster. Street King. Don't see too many of those anymore. So that's all I found Matchbox wise, or at least, or that's not true. That's all the old Matchbox. We actually got quite a few 1990s Matchbox cars, but yeah, for the older ones, that's going to do it for this video. So thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.